This video is brought to you by Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist, my new book, which is a comprehensive guide to all aspects of music theory necessary for playing rock guitar. From blues to the cycle of fifths, from understanding and using modes to choosing the right notes for a melodic solo, from pentatonic scales to chord construction and keys. It's all covered in a clear and concise manner. With accompanying video demonstrations, jam tracks and tabs, you'll learn to use the knowledge you gain in accessible ways that make sense for less than the cost of a few guitar lessons. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, a few weeks ago I did a video in the Wednesday viewers questions slot where I was answering the question about what do different amplifiers sound like. Basically the person, the correspondent concerned, shall we say, was asking, what does a Fender Twin sound like compared to a Marshall Plexi, compared to an AC30, that kind of thing. And, I'm not Henning Pauly. I don't have a vast kind of wall of amplifiers to choose from over there, thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds worth of kit. I don't have that. I just regularly use the Blue Guitar Amp 1, which does a pretty good version of all my favourite amp tones, it has to be said. So what I did in that video was I used Native Instruments Guitar Rig 6. I'm hearing all kinds of good things about Guitar Rig 7, by the way. I must check that out. It's a paltry sum to upgrade from 6 to 7, so I might just be doing that at some point in the future. Anyway, using Guitar Rig as a plug-in in Reaper, I managed to, I think, demonstrate the different tonal qualities and characteristics of a few different classic amps. And certainly, you could hear the differences there. The one thing is, though, whenever I do a video where I'm kind of owning up to using a plug-in instead of a real amp, there is inevitably somebody, usually quite a few people, who tell me that plug-ins sound nothing like real amps. There's no contest. We can all hear. It's obvious that the plug-in sounds digital and artificial and contrived and phony, etc., etc., whereas the real amp is always better. And, a while ago I would certainly have agreed with that. There is a certain guitar amp simulator company that I've had several bad experiences with their software. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But I thought it'd be interesting today to do a little bit of an A/B test, a blind test. That's what this is. So what I've done is I've recorded the same performances in a bunch of different ways. Let's have a look at the signal chain that I'm using. There we go. You can see I'm going into the new X-Horseman pedal for like the higher gain sort of stuff, and coming out of that it's going into a Sonic Ache splitter pedal. One of the outputs from that splitter pedal is going, as you can see, into the Blue Guitar Amp 1, and then the output of that is going into Reaper. I just use the recording output from that amp. It's got a really good impulse response in there that I just like the sound of it. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the other output from the splitter pedal, that arrow that you can see along the bottom of the kind of graphic there in yellow, that is going into Guitar Rig 6, and that too is going into a separate track in Reaper, and I'm recording the same performance simultaneously via the Blue Guitar and into the Guitar Rig plugin. So it'll be interesting to see how they measure up. And let's have a listen to a Fender clean sound. You're going to hear it being played twice, and then you can leave a comment down below which one you think was the amp and which one you think was the plugin. Any ideas? Any ideas which is which? This is going to be one of these infuriating videos where I don't do the reveal until a later date. I'm going to let it go on the live stream tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to kind of reveal all then, so people can't look at the results at the end of this video were I to deliver them, and then edit their comments accordingly, or whatever. So if you want to know the results, tune in tomorrow. But let's move on and do a different clean tone. This is kind of going into a Marshall Plexi kind of amp, but with the guitar's volume rolled back to clean up the sound. Once again, you'll hear the same performance once through the amp and once through Guitar Rig. It's your job to figure out which way around they are. And now let's do the same thing again, but with a little bit more of a crunchy kind of Marshall tone, playing some riffy power chord sort of stuff. Once again, amp, Guitar Rig, which way around are they in this clip? And the same thing again, this time with a bit more of a high gain sound. This is where I'm kicking on the new X-Horseman pedal at the front of the signal chain, as I mentioned earlier. Which way around are they? Which one's the amp? Which one's the simulation? So there you have it. That is, the task that if you're up for it, I invite you to set yourselves to which way round were the real amp, the blue guitar amp on, and the plugins in those examples. As I said, I'll be revealing all on tomorrow's live stream, and if you don't know about the live stream, I'm sure you do, but it's 5 p.m. UK time every Friday. We drink beer and talk about stuff, basically, usually music and guitar related, but it can go off on a tangent, and often does in many cases. But that's all for tomorrow, so place your bets now, and all will be revealed while we're having a beer tomorrow. But that's pretty much the video for today, folks. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like as well while you're at it? But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.